Welcome to the District Update, where we speak with the guest about important issues happening at Garden City Public Schools. Our guest for this edition of District Update is Steve Nordby, principal of Garden City High School. Welcome to the District Update, Steve.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So the high school is looking at changing from a block schedule to a 7-period day. Can you tell us a little bit about why the school is looking into making this change?
Yeah, the school is looking into making this change mostly because of streamlining our academic offerings, getting kids in classrooms with their core teachers, especially for more time. We're looking at increasing our academic rigor and increasing eventually our student performance on things like ACT and state assessments.
So the 8th grade students are going to be getting information about enrolling in the high school. Can you tell us some of the events that will be going on next year?
Well, some of the events that'll be happening to help them through their freshman year, we'll start with counselors coming to each middle school, and we'll be meeting with students starting next week to talk about the different offerings that we have at Garden City High School and to get them all enrolled in classes. Once they've gotten enrolled in classes, we will start to have open houses and parent informational meetings so that parents and students can meet with our teachers, see our building, and feel more comfortable with the transition to the high school.
Okay. So enrollment will be taking place for driver's education at the school. Can you tell us about those classes and the scheduling for enrollment?
Yes, driver's education enrollment will happen next week in the Freshman Academy, and there will be 4 total classes offered. One will be an early morning class that will happen before school, and the other 3 will be afternoon classes that will happen through April. Enrollment's limited for those classes to 30 students per section, so space is limited. They'll do their classwork during the spring semester, and then they'll actually do their driving in June.
So the Garden City High School Hall of Fame is looking for nominations for the Hall of Fame inductees for 2016. Can you tell us about the Hall of Fame a little bit?
Yes, ever since 1985, Garden City High School has inducted 2 members each year into its Hall of Fame. We induct 1 member, which is a local person who lives in Finney County, and then another one that is inducted from students who come from out of county. Each of those new members will be inducted the night before graduation in a ceremony, and then each new member will also speak at the graduation ceremony.
Awesome. So how can parents find out how their child is doing in school?
We have a number of different ways for parents to find out how their kid's doing academically. First of all is our Skyward automatic grading system. Parents can log in online and find out what's happening with their students' academic progress. The other way is through email or phone call. All of our teachers have access to email, and with our student iPads, emailing them is very easy. And also there are direct phone lines to each classroom, and so teachers can be updating parents on how their students performing as far as their academics and other issues. We also want to remind everybody have parent-teacher conferences for the spring semester that will happen at the end of February.
Okay, so freshmen will be starting to tour academies at the school and will be looking at career fields. Can you tell us when that will take place?
Yes, the tours for freshmen as they move into the other academies will take place towards the end of February, I think the last week of February. They will be touring each academy through their biology classes in the freshman academy. They'll take those classes out on tours, and there will also be informational videos that will be produced about each academy, so students will be well versed in what opportunities lie in front of them before they have to make their decision about what academy they'll go to.
Mm-hmm. So I know that we've covered a lot in our time here. Is there anything else that you would like to add that everyone needs to know?
Yeah, one of our big events we have coming up is the Rocky Welton Invitational Wrestling Tournament, and that will happen on January 29th and 30th. And because of that, we will not be having school for students on January 29th. I want to make sure everybody knows that students will be out on that day to accommodate us having over 30 teams into Garden City High School for this big invitational tournament.
We have been speaking with Steve Nordby, Garden City High School principal. Thank you for watching the District Update, where we speak with the guest about important issues happening at Garden City Public Schools.